Our ability to stay focused and get things done depends on how certain parts of the brain work together. One part, called the limbic system, controls emotions and makes us want quick rewards, like watching TV or scrolling on your phone. Another part, the prefrontal cortex, PFC, helps us plan, make decisions, and stay in control. We tend to procrastinate when the emotional part takes over and pushes us to do things that feel good right away instead of what we should do. The PFC helps us stay on track, but it works best when we're well rested and not stressed. Without enough sleep or during stress, the brain chemicals that help the PFC, like dopamine, norepinephrine. The good news is that science shows we can boost focus by setting clear, specific goals. Doing this activates the PFC and helps us to stay motivated. So the key to being productive is to use strategies that reduce distractions and send strong, simple signals to the brain about what to do next. A big reason for your lack of productivity is obviously procrastination. So how do I stop procrastinating? I hear you asking yourself. First, try breaking tasks into smaller steps. Divide large projects into concrete subtasks. Writing a to-do list and then splitting each task into mini goals gives the brain frequent small wins. Each completed step provides a tiny dopamine boost and eases the load on working memory. For example, instead of saying I need to write a report, break it into gather sources or create an outline, draft an intro, etc. Completing one of these sends a reward signal to your brain, making progress feel more tangible. Next, reward your progress. Plan immediate rewards after each focus period. Our brains crave dopamine, which is the feel-good chemical, for tasks that feel rewarding. For instance, promise yourself a healthy snack or a short walk or a few minutes of a favorite game after 30 to 45 minutes of focused work. This scheduled treat leverages the brain's reward system, making the work feel more worthwhile. One study even found that taking systematic short breaks can improve mood and help finish tasks faster than taking breaks arbitrarily. Set clear intentions. Use planners or apps to define exactly when and where you will work on each task. The PFC works best with specific goals. For example, instead of vaguely saying, "Oh, I'll do homework later," decide, "I will work on math problems from 4 to 5 p.m. in the library." Writing such intentions shifts your mindset into execution mode and it helps reduce indecisiveness. Practice mindfulness. Meditation and breathing exercises trains the brain to stay on task. Even brief mindfulness practice improves sustained attention. Neuroscience shows mindfulness reduces activity in the default mode network, a brain circuit links to mind wandering, and strengthens the PFC over time. For example, just a few days of focused breathing practice can make it easier to notice distractions and gently return your attention to work. As one review found, 4 days of meditation training significantly increased people's ability to sustain their attention. Over months, regular meditation literally thickens the PFC and cortical folds, enhancing self-control. Focus on one thing. Avoid multitasking. The brain's PFC can only handle one demanding task at a time. Rapidly switching tasks overloads working memory and cuts productivity. In fact, frequent task switching can reduce efficiency by 20 to 40%. Instead, concentrate on a single task until completing it. This monotasking approach relates to how attention works best. Minimize distraction. Turn off your phone and computer notifications and clear visual clutter. The brain naturally filters incoming information, but only the PFC can suppress irrelevant inputs. By eliminating pings and pop-ups during work sessions, you let the PFC's attention funnel operate without unnecessary noise. Even simple things like silencing messages, closing tabs that are unnecessary, or putting your phone in another room can dramatically improve your concentration. Take strategic breaks. Plan short rest periods to reset your focus. Studies suggest we can concentrate intensely for roughly 90 to 120 minutes before needing a pause. Techniques like the Pomodoro method, which include 25 minutes of work and 5 minutes break, leverage this cycle. Tools and apps like the Focus Booster and the Forest apps can automate Pomodoro timing, reinforcing the habit of focused work. During breaks, do something relaxing, stretch, breathe or walk to restore energy. Neuroscience confirms that regular breaks prevent cognitive fatigue. One study found that scheduled systematic breaks produce better mood and equal task completion in less time compared to taking breaks whenever one felt tired. In short, treat breaks as part of the work schedule. The brain needs them to perform at its best. There are a few techniques you can use to manage your time and focus. One of them is time blocking. Assign fixed time windows to tasks, creating a clear daily schedule. Time blocking aligns with the brain's natural attention rhythm. For example, dedicate one 90-minute block in the morning to your hardest task, another block later to a different project. By doing this, you eliminate what should I do next decisions and reduce mental fatigue. By tackling your most difficult task in the morning, you capitalize on higher dopamine and attention. End of the day tasks should be simpler, low demand tasks. Write tasks in order of priority, having a visible plan or checklist. Neuroscience finds that flow involves high dopamine levels, so you feel motivated and even lose hunger signals. To promote flow, clear your workspace, set specific challenge level goals, and work in longer uninterrupted spans. Deep work techniques like planning 1 to 2 hour sessions for your most important tasks make flow more likely. Flow not only boosts productivity but also creativity and learning, reinforcing the brain's reward circuits around work. Use all your 5 senses. Visualization and environmental cues can lock habits in place. For example, picture in detail how completing a task will look, feel and smell. Use reminder notes or keep objects like running shoes or a yoga mat visible to cue their activity. Engaging multiple senses helps create stronger associative links in the brain, making the habit stick more easily. Replace bad habits. Identifying the triggers of unwanted habits like stress or boredom. For instance, if stress causes you to check social media, swap in a healthier response like deep breaths or a brisk walk. Prioritize rest and health. Productivity isn't just mental, it relies on physical well-being. Get sufficient sleep, around 7 to 9 hours. Studies show that lack of sleep harms working memory and focus. Regular exercise and good nutrition enhance blood flow and brain function, sharpening attention circuits. Even a brief walk or glass of water can give your brain an immediate lift. Use technology wisely. Certain apps can support these strategies. Habit tracking apps or journals can visually reward you for streaks, giving extra dopamine to keep habits going. However, remember that technology should serve your brain, not rule it. When you use tools like the ones previously mentioned, make sure they reinforce your structure and aren't the source of distraction. Productivity ultimately comes down to understanding and working with the brain's natural tendencies. By applying structured routines and awareness, you can tilt the balance towards the PFC strengths. Don't forget, you are the author of your own reality, so only you have the power to implement these tips and become a more productive person. If you or someone you know drinks alcohol, watch this video to learn what it does to your body and how to use it to your advantage. Subscribe.